Hi there, Derek Hagan here. I'm a financial therapist, financial planner, and life coach specializing in meaning in life, mindfulness, and resilience here with another meaningful money memo. Let's get to it. It's often hard to admit to ourselves that we're wrong. This is especially when we've taken our thoughts and beliefs to be a part of us. We identify with them. So if people were to ever challenge my ideas or my thoughts, it feels like they're challenging me. And when this happens, it can be hard for me to learn. It can be hard for me to look at ways that I might be wrong. And this is due to things like confirmation bias and echo chambers. So let's get to the drawings. Okay, so when we think about all the ideas that are out there in the world, you can think of that as a big circle like this. You've got all the facts, all the truth, all the stuff that's out there. And then there's ideas that you have, ideas that we have. That's a subset of all the ideas. We, of course, can't know everything. We can't know all of the stuff out there. So when we think about when not being exposed to other ideas, when we think about being in our own little bubble, that environment of not wanting to be wrong, that environment of not challenge myself, keeps that circle small. It keeps this circle from growing. It can't get any bigger. How could it? Because we're suffering from something called confirmation bias. Now, confirmation bias is when we head out looking for information that confirms what we already think. And this is not something we necessarily do intentionally. It's more a fact that we're going to notice things that prove our own beliefs. And we're not going to even notice things that disconfirm our own beliefs. And it gets deeper than that because we choose our friends, we choose our partners based on how much we like them, and we like people who think that we're right. We're not friends with people who think that everything we do is wrong. And it's even worse now with things like social media, where algorithms are only showing us things that we're probably going to like. News apps, we can filter out things that we don't want to see. Friends on social media, we can hide people whose opinions we don't like. So all of this feeds our confirmation bias, and this road leads to something called an echo chamber. Now, an echo chamber looks like a little, I don't know, cave of sorts. An echo chamber is a chamber that echoes back what we say. Okay, so with this echo chamber, we're standing outside and we voice our opinion to the echo chamber that we're in. So when we say our opinions and we're surrounded by echo chamber, we're surrounded by people who don't challenge us, we're surrounded by people who don't tell us that we're wrong. When we speak into an echo chamber, we hear back our same opinions. We hear back our own opinions, which feels good because it feeds our confirmation bias. So this kind of runs both ways. Confirmation bias leads to echo chambers. Echo chambers lead to confirmation bias, and then we feel good. But then we're going to kind of do what we think we're supposed to do, right? So we've got our life, and if we're aligning our life with what we think we're supposed to do, see if you can see that, other people's values, when we align ourselves with what we think we're supposed to do because we don't know any better. We've never challenged our beliefs. We've never challenged our thoughts. That intersection is going to lead to regret. This is Bronnie Ware's top 5 regrets of the dying. Regret number 1 is I didn't live a life that was true to myself and instead lived a life that I thought I was supposed to live. So instead, if we can learn to challenge our own assumptions, learn to challenge our own beliefs, then we can start to think that maybe we don't have to do what we think we're supposed to do. And when we can line up our life with our own values, that's where we get that meaningful life. Okay, so to summarize this, remember, you've got the subset of all ideas, and we've got our own ideas here. And with confirmation bias and echo chambers, that is keeping what we can think and what we can know really small. If instead we can learn how to be wrong, we can put ourselves in uncomfortable situations, we can learn from all those ideas, now we can grow. We can grow as a person, and we can learn what we've done wrong. We can learn what to do different in the future. We can learn more about ourselves. We can learn more about what authenticity means to us and what kind of life that we want. You get one life. Live intentionally.
Greetings, Derek again. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more, please head to meaning.blog, and there you can learn about all things related to money and mindset and purpose and meaning. And you'll be able to find out how we might be able to work together. You'll find more articles. You'll find links to videos. You'll find online courses, all kinds of things to get you going on your journey towards living more intentionally.